guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm actually going to do a gut loading video. And for those of you that don't know, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you have a chameleon and you're wondering either what to feed when you're gut loading or what exactly is gut loading. So gut loading is just kind of important so that your chameleon is getting like added nutrients and not just filling up on the bugs, but also getting nutrients from eating the bugs. So I'm going to go over a few things that you can use and maybe some things you want to stay away from. So these are some of the things that I have on hand right now. We necessarily have yet to use apples, but when you're gut loading, you can definitely use some apples. Over here, we have some greens, some dandelion greens to be specific. Chameleons, like gut loading chameleon food with greens is really good. We tend to mostly use greens. So today we have the dandelion greens, and then we have some organic baby carrots, which you can also use for gut loading. So let me just show you guys our roaches, and then you'll see like that we have them with some carrots.
Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna chop up these carrots. And this is what we're gonna feed to the roaches. So some people choose to feed their feeders the night before. Our feeders always have food, so that's just our preference. It's basically up to you, but make sure that if you're gonna feed them like later than sooner, that you actually gut load it at least a day or two before. This way the nutrients from the fruit or vegetable is actually in the feeder, so that you're actually giving that to the chameleon, and that's what the chameleon is getting. So as you can see, I chopped them up, I cleaned them so they're wet, and I'm going to rinse them a little more just so they kind of have some water as well.
So there isn't many cockroaches left, but there's definitely still a few in here. We also have changed Mousie's eating schedule, which I'll probably get into in a different video. But yeah, so now you guys kind of see what we do. We have the egg cartons for them, and then we put either a vegetable or fruit. So if you guys have watched any of my other chameleon videos, then you know something else that I like to use a lot is actually bee pollen. So bee pollen is really nutritional. I use it for when I feed all three of my pets, and the way that you use it is you're just gonna sprinkle it on, and I'll show you guys the bottle that I have. So I got this super big container from Amazon, and we've actually been using it for about a year, even though it does not look like it. And like I said, we use it for all three of our pets and pretty much on every single feeding. Super nutritional, so I'll recommend get it from Amazon, and it'll last you forever. It's been really useful. Besides what I showed you, there are a lot of good options that you can use as gut loading for your feeders, right? So some of the ones that you can use are just gonna be carrots, apples, oranges. You can use mango, you can use sweet potato. You can use a lot of greens, so mustard greens, collard greens, dandelion greens. Those are all really good choices. So personally, my top favorite, like our top favorite in this house that we use, is going to be sweet potatoes, carrots, and then the greens. So we usually switch it up. As I showed you guys, we have dandelions this time, and if not, we usually have collard or mustard greens. So a few things that you want to avoid that are just not going to be the best nutritional choice are going to be spinach, as well as regular potatoes. Definitely romaine lettuce. Honestly, if I'm being literal about romaine lettuce, they're not good for anyone. They're not good for you or your pets. So they're just a really cheap option, but they're not worth it. Also, you want to avoid like corn, tomatoes, anything like that is really good to avoid. They also sometimes in the pet shop sell like already made gut load. It'll be like for crickets most of the time. I would honestly advise, if you already get fruits and vegetables, you probably have something that you can use for gut load, and obviously natural choices are always better and more nutritional and more healthy. So I just recommend like fruits and vegetables. I wanted to just make this video to give you guys some ideas on what you can gut load. Maybe you want to change up your variety. Maybe you didn't even know you had to gut load your chameleon food. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I talk about my chameleon and my 2 sugar gliders, so hit that subscribe button. But I will see you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys. Num 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 num. So we actually updated the enclosure. We added a new plant. So this one is super debatable, so I'm not recommending it to you guys. This is just something that we have in our cage. I was told it was safe, and then I was told it was unsafe. So we did get it. Mozzie doesn't eat plants, so I'm not concerned. If he ate plants, I might be more concerned. But we did get this big, beautiful Monstera plant to add in. We still have our Scaphalaria. And then up at the top, back there, is a Pothos. So this is his new setup. We got a bunch of branches. Of course, my favorite, the little humidity gauge and temperature gauge. So it's 82 degrees in there, 52% humidity. And that's just up at the top, because then at the bottom, the temperature changes. So there's our other one. But I just wanted to show you guys really quick his updated enclosure.